Hello and welcome to the Peacekeeper Project. My name is Ben. Now today I want to talk about why sensitivity is not a weakness and it's never the problem. And I want to start with a story and perhaps you can relate. So I was recently talking to a friend and she was sharing with me how at that time she was having more people come to her and express their challenges and sharing their emotions with her. And it was having an impact. It was getting too much because she was feeling too much of their emotions and it was weighing on her. And I could see it, I could feel it. It was weighing on her. And maybe you've had a similar experience. But after she shared that, she just said, I just need to be less sensitive. To which I replied, no, you don't need to be less sensitive. You just need more stability. Sensitivity is important. It's good. We need it. We need sensitivity to experience life. And it was particularly important for her because she was at the time studying a particular healing modality, and sensitivity is important for her. But when I shared that, when I said that sensitivity is good, it's not about being less sensitive, it's about more stability, something clicked. She understood it. Even though she may not at the time understand exactly what to do about it, something clicked inside her. It made sense. She understood something very important. Sensitivity is not a weakness. Now, let's explore that a little more to understand it more deeply. So when she said, I just need to be less sensitive, that was an expression of how she felt about her experience of picking up on the emotions and the feelings of other people. And that's a very real experience, very tangible. And maybe you've had a similar experience where you pick up on the emotions of other people and it can be intense, uncomfortable, maybe even painful at times. So it's very real. And for clarity, what I'm sharing here, I'm not discounting any of those experiences. It's just understanding what they are. Because the challenge that comes with this is sometimes we don't understand what sensitivity is. And when we don't understand what it is, it's easy to discount our sensitivity. We think that there's something wrong with being sensitive. And this creates a conflict inside us. Because deep inside us, we know that sensitivity is important. It's part of who we are. But at the same time, we feel like we want to be less sensitive. And when we do that, when we have that attitude or that response, it's like we're trying to disown part of ourselves, a very important part of ourselves. Because sensitivity is an essential quality of the heart. So can you see this? Can you feel this? The sense of conflict that arises in us when we think that sensitivity is some kind of problem or weakness. This sense of disconnecting or disowning of these important parts of ourselves. Can you recognize that in yourself? Now, by contrast, when we realize that what we truly want is stability and the peace that comes with it, there's this incredible relief. We realize that sensitivity is not a weakness. There's nothing wrong with us. And this is big. Because I'll say it again, sensitivity is not a weakness. And it's never the problem. The challenge is stability. So how do we cultivate or find this stability? So sensitivity is a quality of the heart. It's a quality. But there's another quality of the heart that is not talked about as much, which is unfortunate because it brings stability, it brings peace, and other qualities like clarity. So what is it? Well, stillness. In the depth of the heart, there is an incredible stillness, and the heart knows it very intimately. And stillness brings stability. The more still we are on the inside, the less we react and overreact to life situations, other people's emotions, and even to our own thoughts. There's a greater feeling of stability. Now, this doesn't mean that we stop feeling. It just means we have stability, a stable center to feel from. So when the emotions and the feelings of other people are pressing on us, or when the suffering and the chaos of the world is crashing all around us, we have a stable center to rest on. There's this unwavering stillness inside where our heart can rest. Like this image of the lighthouse, amid the chaos of the turbulent sea and the crashing waves, it remains stable and still. And I really love this image because it really passes something that's so important about stillness and sensitivity. Because sensitivity can sometimes feel like this crashing intensity all around us. But then stillness brings this stability on the inside. So these things around us, they may always be around us. But how we react to those things, how we respond, depends on how stable and still we are on the inside. Because sensitivity without stillness is overwhelming and draining. But sensitivity with stillness is stable. And it brings a more balanced expression of our heart. Now, I want to highlight 2 previous videos that I've made here that's going to help you understand sensitivity and stillness and stability and the link between the two much more deeply. Now, the first one is sensitivity is a superpower. In that video, I talked about what sensitivity actually is and what it's not. Because one of the challenging things about understanding sensitivity is that we use the same word, sensitivity, to mean a variety of things. Some are this gift, this superpower, and others are not. And that's confusing, especially if you're a sensitive person trying to understand what your gift truly is. Now, the second video is why stillness is the key to peace and stability in a chaotic world. Now, in that one, I talk more about the importance of stillness to help us navigate the chaos of the world. I highly recommend that you check these out, and I will leave links in the description below. Now, what do you do with it after that? Where do you go from there? Well, apply it. So, how do you apply it? Well, the first thing is really starting to understand what sensitivity truly is and what it's not. And you can do that by watching my previous video that I just mentioned. And then start to notice, apply it, observe it in your life and your experience. What is the sensitivity? And what is the thing you call sensitivity but is not the superpower or the gift? And then in the context of this video, notice that those times when you feel like sensitivity was a weakness or a burden and it's too much and you want it to be less sensitive, then you can start to realize that it's not that you want to be less sensitive, it's that you want more stability. You don't want to deny this part of who you are, this part of your heart. So again, I said it before, but this is huge. Understanding that this is part of you and there's nothing wrong with it. This is important. And when you get that, you really feel something of your heart let go. But the challenge you are faced with is one of stability. And so your quest, your journey, if you choose to accept, is to find the stillness inside you and to bring this balanced expression of your heart. And this is where practices like meditation and mindfulness are really powerful. And even spending time in nature can be helpful, especially if you do it consciously and mindfully, really connecting to the stillness that's there on a conscious level. But the practices like meditation and mindfulness really cultivate it in a different way. We're really engaging our mind to cultivate that stability. And I have a variety of resources on my website. You can try guided meditations, free guided meditations, and a free introductory meditation course. You can check that out, peacekeeperproject.com. Again, links will be in the description. So if you don't already have a meditation that you're following or you'd like to try something new, then I invite you to try these out, see how they feel, see what resonates with you. And if you'd like to take a deep dive into sensitivity and the power of stillness, then I have 2 comprehensive courses that I also invite you to check out. The first one, Finding Stillness, is a comprehensive 21-day meditation and mindfulness online program. And then the second one is Sensitivity is a Superpower. And in that one, we dive more into really understanding the concepts and ideas of what sensitivity truly is. And then it's full of practices where we bring that knowledge to life inside us. So you can really step into your sensitivity in a stable and grounded way. So either of those are a great place to start. And if you're interested, if you feel your heart responding to them, then I'd love to have you join. Alright, now let me know in the comments below, was this video helpful? Did it make sense? And let me know what questions do you have about sensitivity, stability, or stillness? Let me know so I can make a video about them. Alright, I'm going to leave this here for now, but thank you for being here, and I really appreciate your presence. Until the next time, quiet your mind and live from your heart.